I really could not be more thrilled to win this award. It means a great deal to me. To be acknowledged by my peers in this way, particularly the industry. The research that I do is very industry relevant. So for me, even though I am an academic, I'm not interested in doing research that's only going to be read by other academics. I want to do research that is going to be useful for the industry. So to have this acknowledgement is just fabulous. I couldn't be more thrilled. This research is really motivated by some of the misconduct scandals that have really been a scourge of the financial services industry. Especially in Australia in the last couple of years, we've had many scandals which culminated in the Royal Commission. And this really raised a question: how is this possible, given that since the financial crisis, financial institutions have been trying to inculcate risk culture, yet we still have all of these misconduct problems? So the research was really trying to understand why that might be. So we looked at, is it really possible for risk culture alone to solve the problem of misconduct? And we concluded, in fact, that it can't work like that. That risk culture alone is not sufficient. And what you need is, as well, you need to have an ethical culture. And by that I mean a culture that is not self-interested. Okay? It is the combination of ethical culture and risk culture together that creates the best outcomes. But risk culture alone is not sufficient. For many leaders of financial institutions, they struggle with exactly what kind of culture should they be trying to produce within their organisation. So this research has very practical implications. I think it has implications for how managers do their job. It has implications for remuneration, particularly. So thinking about the reward structures in organisations. I think one of the problems we're grappling with is that in financial institutions, it has been very common to pay cash bonuses based on individual performance. And that is very likely to create a very self-interested culture. So I think some of those reward systems really need to be re-evaluated. Like many researchers in the university context, we struggle for funding. I was very fortunate in this particular case. We had some financial sponsorship from RSA Archer. They are producers of systems in governance, risk and compliance. Without that financial sponsorship, we wouldn't have been able to do this research. The other big challenge we have is that this was a survey-based study. So I needed organisations who are willing to open themselves up to give me access to their staff to run our surveys. So that is a huge thing. Many organisations are very nervous about allowing that research access. So can I really highlight the importance? If we're going to continue doing this kind of research, we need two things. We need funding and we need financial institutions that are willing to partner with us. It's very important to start with an understanding of the problem. Okay? So start with the industry need. And then the research direction becomes obvious.